Some terms to know that I had a hard time keeping straight when I started gardening were annual, perennial, and biennial. As you read seed packets and plant labels, it will be important to know what those words mean. So let's talk about the first one, annual. Annual refers to plants that have a 1 year or annual cycle. They're usually grown from a seed that sprouts and then sets its flowers or fruit, and then finally sets seed and dies. The same plant will not return again the following year. So, some examples of this are sunflowers, tomatoes, zinnias, pumpkins, melons. Most kinds of vegetables fall under this category, and really the list goes on, but just basically a 1 year life cycle. A perennial is a plant that lives out its cycle and will return again every year. They usually will have a short, sometimes they'll have a short bloom period. A tree or a bush can fall under this category. Um, so, one example is peonies are a perennial. They will bloom for about a 3 week period late spring and then are just a green shrub until the next spring. So there are lots of different kinds of perennials, but basically they they constantly live or they come back every year. Biennials can be a little bit confusing, but it's basically a plant that lasts 2 years or occurs every other year. It's really easy to confuse biennials for perennials because they can sometimes grow in a patch and they're staggered, so they'll bloom every year, but actually they're just next to another plant that's blooming that year. So anyway, basically just boiled down, biennials are just on a 2 year life cycle.